Since you're the master of stunts, and when it comes to that, you're about the best at it, we're gonna have a little fun with you. And then I want you to guess if they completed the stunt or they fall on their face.
Jackie Chan has kept much of his pain hidden from the public. But now, after decades of pushing his body to the limit with death-defying stunts, his physical injuries have begun to catch up with him. Behind the scenes, a body broken by countless injuries, a strained relationship with his children, and the emotional isolation that comes with fame. Today, the action legend faces an even more heartbreaking reality. Jackie Chan's career is defined by breathtaking, dangerous stunts that left audiences in awe and kept him pushing the boundaries of action cinema. But this relentless dedication has come at a steep cost. Over the years, his body has endured fractures, dislocations, and countless surgeries, injuries so severe that they've permanently altered his daily life. Chan himself has admitted in interviews that, despite his public persona of an unstoppable hero, the physical toll on his body is undeniable. According to an interview with CBS News, Jackie said, "I wake up every morning in pain. My ankle, my back, my shoulder, everything hurts." One of his most life-threatening injuries occurred during the filming of Armor of God in 1986, where a skull fracture left him with permanent hearing loss in one ear. This was just one incident in a long list of injuries that include a dislocated pelvis, broken fingers, and even a shattered nose multiple times. Today, even basic movements like walking or standing for extended periods can be agonizing for the star. The stunts that shot him to fame have now left lasting scars on his body, with his knees and spine bearing the brunt of his years-long physical punishment. In his autobiography, I Am Jackie Chan, My Life in Action, he reflected on his injuries, saying, "I was willing to break every bone for my art, but I never thought about how I'd feel when I was older." As his body ages, doctors have warned that the long-term consequences of his injuries could severely affect his mobility in the years to come. Jackie now finds himself facing a harsh truth. The career he risked everything for may be the very thing that limits his future. Away from the cameras and his global fame, Jackie Chan has faced challenges in his personal life, particularly with his family. Despite being known as a hard-working actor who always pushed himself to the limits for his career, this single-minded dedication came at a significant cost to his personal relationships. His son, JC Chan, made headlines in 2014 when he was arrested on drug charges in Beijing and served 6 months in prison. Jackie, who at the time was a government anti-drug ambassador, publicly condemned JC's actions, calling it one of the most shameful moments of his life. In a statement released shortly after the arrest, Jackie wrote, "I feel ashamed, but this is also a reminder that I, as a father, must also take responsibility." Yet, according to several reports, Jackie's heavy focus on his career often kept him distant from JC while he was growing up, a factor that may have contributed to their complicated relationship. His relationship with his daughter, Etta, has been even more strained. Etta, who was born from an extramarital affair in the late 1990s, has publicly stated that she feels abandoned by her father and that they have little to no relationship. In a 2018 interview reported by the South China Morning Post, Etta said, "I have no support. We live like we're invisible to him." Jackie has rarely spoken about his relationship with Etta, but his silence has only fueled speculation about the deep rift within his family. Jackie himself has acknowledged, albeit indirectly, that his relentless pursuit of success often overshadowed his responsibilities as a parent. In his memoir, he admitted, "I was so busy making movies that I neglected the people closest to me." These fractured family connections are a stark contrast to the perfect fatherly roles he portrayed on screen. While fans around the world celebrate Jackie Chan as a cultural and cinematic icon, his real-life relationships reveal a more complicated and painful side to his personal story. Jackie Chan is an internationally beloved star, known for his charm, humor, and groundbreaking action scenes. However, behind the bright lights of his career lies a far more painful reality. Despite his status as one of the most recognizable faces in the world, Jackie has long struggled with feelings of isolation and loneliness, an emotional weight that has accompanied his rise to fame. For decades, Jackie's relentless focus on his career has consumed most of his time, often at the cost of building deep personal relationships. In an interview with China News Weekly, Jackie reflected on the paradox of his life. "Sometimes I'm surrounded by thousands of people, yet I feel like I'm completely alone." Even as he stood on the highest peaks of success, the demands of constant work made it difficult for him to stop and enjoy meaningful moments of connection. His loneliness is, in part, the result of his work ethic, which has always taken precedence over his personal life. Jackie himself has admitted that his obsessive drive to succeed was fueled by a deep internal pressure to prove himself. From his childhood at the harsh China Drama Academy, where he was trained in martial arts and performance under grueling conditions, to his rise in Hong Kong cinema and Hollywood, his life revolved around work. This left little room for interpersonal relationships, leading to a recurring sense of disconnection. Even his fame has contributed to his isolation. Jackie once described how being a celebrity often creates barriers between himself and those around him, feeling as though people only see the Jackie Chan persona rather than the flawed, emotional man behind it. His ability to support, guide, and mentor others has made him a hero to many, but it has also amplified feelings of solitude in moments when he needed support himself. This sense of isolation was perhaps most evident in his private life. In his autobiography, I Am Jackie Chan, he admitted that he struggled with guilt about how disconnected he became from those closest to him. His choice to leave his entire fortune to charity, a move meant to teach his children independence, also sparked controversy, as it seemed to underline his emotionally distant approach to family matters. To the public, it might have seemed admirable, but it quietly reinforced the underlying disconnection between his personal and public lives. Jackie's work ethic and stardom made him a global icon, but the dark reality of his isolation reveals that even those who are celebrated worldwide can feel deeply alone. While his fans see a man with an endless smile and unshakable energy, Jackie himself has faced decades of emotional solitude, a burden that reminds us of the heavy price of fame. After decades of redefining action cinema, Jackie Chan now finds himself at a critical point in his career. While his legacy as a global superstar is firmly established, the physical demands of filmmaking and the limits of time have raised questions about what lies ahead for the star. Despite his extensive injuries, Jackie has previously stated that retirement is not a concept he easily entertains. In an interview with the New York Times, he said, "I can't just sit around doing nothing. I'll keep working as long as I can stand, even if I can't do the same stunts anymore." However, the reality is that his aging body and ongoing health struggles have made it increasingly difficult for him to participate in the same physically demanding roles that made him famous. Jackie has already begun to pivot toward projects designed to ease the physical toll on his body. Recent films have shown him adopting a slower, more dramatic style, relying less on martial arts and reckless stunts, and more on his acting skills. Movies like The Foreigner in 2017 and Ride On in 2023 marked a shift in his career, showcasing a more mature version of the action star. Yet balancing his identity as a stuntman and actor is no easy feat for someone whose fans largely associate him with high-energy, death-defying action sequences. Jackie also faces challenges in appealing to a new generation of audiences. While he remains a household name for older fans, younger viewers may not associate him with the explosive hits of the past. In an effort to stay relevant, Jackie has embraced collaborations with younger talent, including appearances in Chinese films and supporting roles alongside emerging stars. This evolution has allowed him to remain active in the film industry, but it also hints at the undeniable passage of time and the fading era of his signature daredevil stunts. Adding to these challenges is the pressure to carefully manage his legacy. Jackie has previously expressed concerns about the future of action cinema, lamenting the reliance on CGI effects in modern films. In an interview with Collider, he said, "I want people to know what real action looks like. I've always wanted to inspire others to push their limits like I did." However, Jackie's dedication to authenticity is a tough standard to sustain in an industry that continues to shift towards safer, less physically demanding productions. At this point, Jackie Chan is not just an actor. He is an enduring symbol of a bygone era in action cinema. Whether or not he chooses to step away from the spotlight, one thing seems certain: his career will never quite look the same again. As the curtain begins to close on his action-packed legacy, Jackie must now strike a balance between his undying passion for film and the realistic limitations of his body and age. Though revered by millions, Jackie Chan's career has not been free of controversy. Over the years, the martial arts star has faced criticism for his political stances, personal decisions, and public statements, which have often sparked debates about his image. One of the most contentious aspects of Jackie's life has been his outspoken support for the Chinese government. In several interviews, Jackie has publicly endorsed tighter government controls, stating in a 2009 forum, "Chinese people need to be controlled. If they are not, they'll do whatever they want." This remark caused widespread backlash, including accusations that he had turned his back on freedoms he once enjoyed as part of Hong Kong's vibrant entertainment industry. Over the years, Jackie's alignment with Beijing has alienated some fans, particularly in Hong Kong, where many viewed his comments as dismissive toward the city's pro-democracy movement. His role as a national political figure, including a position as a member of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, has only deepened this divide. Critics argue that his alignment with the Chinese government comes across as tone-deaf, given Beijing's increasing control over Hong Kong and his own career roots in the city's once thriving independent film industry. Beyond politics, Jackie has also faced criticism regarding his personal behavior. His admission of past infidelity in his marriage to Joan Lin caused a public scandal in the late 1990s. In his autobiography, he described the affair as a single mistake, but the fallout strained his family life even further and added to the perception of him as emotionally distant. Additionally, Jackie's position as a martial arts icon and philanthropy advocate has occasionally been offset by controversy around his parenting decisions. In particular, his daughter Etta Ng's allegations of neglect, mentioned earlier, have continued to shadow him in public discussion. These claims, combined with his staunch belief in raising children without financial safety nets, as seen in his choice to donate his fortune to charity, have divided public opinion about his responsibilities as a father and a role model. While Jackie's achievements in film are undeniable, his public statements and personal controversies have painted a more complex picture of the star. For some fans, his political alignment and personal missteps have overshadowed the cinematic icon they grew up idolizing. For others, these controversies merely emphasize the human flaws behind the larger-than-life persona. Through all of this, Jackie remains a polarizing figure, one who inspires both admiration and criticism in equal measure.